What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Daredevil. I am so glad I actually found Daredevil in packaging. Well, I'm just so glad I found Daredevil. He is probably the hardest one to track down out of the whole series. I did come across one, but he was a repackage. Someone took this figure and put another figure in its place, and that's stealing. But I'm so glad I have him. He does come with his little billy clubs and his piece of the Hobgoblin. On the side, I'm a little disappointed that it's a picture of Spider-Man. You know, other Infinite series have pictures of the characters on the side, so I'm a little disappointed in that. Okay, we do get a little bit of a read-up as well as a nice picture of Daredevil right here. It says Daredevil, without sight but also without fear. When Daredevil senses evil, there is nowhere to hide. We have a nice picture of Daredevil here. Other figures in this line include Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, Spider-Man 2099, Warriors of the Web Spider-Girl, Warriors of the Web Spider-Woman, and of course Daredevil. All 6 figures make the Hobgoblin. So really nice figure. I'm glad I have him. What I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up, move the camera down a little, and we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Daredevil posing out of the packaging. Now before we get on to Daredevil himself, he did come with the arm of Hobgoblin as well as a pumpkin bomb. I'm not going to go too much into detail on these, but he does come with them. I'm going to say, like I said with Spider-Man, I am not looking forward to completing Hobgoblin. Did I say Green Goblin? I meant to say Hobgoblin. I'm not looking forward to completing him. That's all I'm going to say. And then let's get a good 360 of Daredevil right here. I'm going to say I'm really happy I found this guy in stores and I didn't have to go online for him. More on that later, but he did come with 2 accessories. Let's actually get them out of his little holster. He did come with these 2 little billy clubs, or batons, or eskrima sticks, or whatever you want to call them. He did come with 2 of them. You can see that they are warped in packaging, and unfortunately, that's going to be a reoccurring issue with these because, let's move Daredevil off. These are really gummy, like really, really, really gummy. Both of them are. You can see they bend easy, they don't hold a shape. I don't know why they went this route, and they do tab together, but you can see it's like really wormy and gummy, and I don't like that. Why couldn't these have been solid pieces? I just will never know. I don't know why Hasbro went this route. Kind of feel like this is a missed opportunity. I'm guessing so that kids don't poke their eyes out with it, but then, you know, they shouldn't be poking their eyes with this either, and this can still poke an eye out, so I don't know why they did these gummy accessories. Now, they do fit into his holster, and my hand's all dirty. They do fit into his holster. You just slide them in. And they're going to stay in there pretty well. You don't have to worry about them falling out or anything. Once they're in there, so no worries about that. And getting them in there is a little tricky considering they're so gummy, but again, you can get them all the way down in there. So that's pretty good. And I'm just going to get one out. He does hold them really well, despite them being really gummy. Like, I don't know, I feel like if he's holding him for too long, it's gonna like indent the stick. So I don't know why they went this route. They fit in both his hands, so once you get one in, you can kind of get the idea that it's not gonna go anywhere. But sliding that back into his holster. This holster is a separate piece, but I'm not gonna take it off because it's gonna take forever to get back on. But it's there and it's sculpted nicely. So let's go on to some of his detail. Let's get him standing straight up. That's a really nice face sculpt for a Daredevil. Although I feel like a lot of the Marvel Legends figures have the same face. I don't know why. But like the heroes all seem to have like this Captain America face. All the villains have like the Luke Cage face. I don't know why that is. You know. But it does fit the character, I'm not going to lie, but just the the paint that they use for it seems a little plain, like there's no shading to it, it's just all painted on there. I feel like they could have like added a little bit of shading, lightened up the complexion a bit, and then threw on the shading, but it's a missed opportunity. The horns are sculpted on and really done nicely. I mean, from certain angles, you can tell that this is Daredevil, if you didn't already know that. The D's are painted on, they're not sculpted. Gloves are a different shade of red. His belt is a floating piece, although it is not removable. Just so you guys can see that, his belt, like I said, is a floating piece. It's not sculpted on, and it's not removable. The holster, again, is a separate piece. His boots, different shading from the rest of his costume, and just done really nicely. I wish I had the Marvel Universe Daredevil to compare him with, because the Marvel Universe Daredevil had shading on him, and he's lacking a lot of shading. Like, I don't know if he even has shading. He might not, and I kind of wish he did. But anyway, going on to his articulation, he does have the Bucky cap mold, which I'm okay with, and surprisingly, his hips aren't loose, so thumbs up, but he still has that wobbly torso, which unfortunately I can't do anything about that right now. But he has a ball jointed head. He can look up, down, left and right, and some really slight bobble. Arms on the ball joint go out. Do a full 360 on ratcheting joints. He spins at the bicep, double jointed in the elbow, spins and bends at the wrist. He has an ab crunch, waist swivel. Something to notice, when I got mine out of the packaging, he would not spin at the waist, and I finally got the joint moving, so if that's a reoccurring problem, just let me know. If not, it's just mine. Then go forward, back, and out, pretty far out there. Swivels at the thigh, double jointed in the knee. His holster doesn't really get in the way of it. Like I said, double jointed in the knee. He has that boot swivel, hinge ankle, as well as a pivot, so you can get him in a lot of good poses. If you can't pose this guy well, you're just not posing well enough. But anyway, that's Daredevil for you, and what I'm going to do is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review, so sit tight everyone. So here's Daredevil posed for my final thoughts, and overall, I'm just really excited to have this guy. Yes, I have seen the Daredevil Netflix series, and I really thought that was a really good series. It did make this guy's popularity go up and made him that much harder to find, and he does have a lot of great features, and this is a really good Punisher, or not Punisher figure. Daredevil. I'm only saying Punisher because I'm excited to see Daredevil versus Punisher in the season 2. But anyway, I had to go through hell to find this guy. I had to deal with missing out on him, repacks where people put another figure in his place. So he was just really hard to track down overall. I'm lucky I found him at Toys R Us. They just I saw them put the new case out, and I knew he was in there, so I just had to snag him up. If you can find him, do not pass up on Daredevil. He is a must-have for your collection, especially if you need to update your Marvel Legends figures. I found him at Toys R Us, like I said, for $19.99. Came out to about $21 something with tax. If you can find him, pick him up. You're not going to be disappointed with him. This is probably my favorite Daredevil costume anyway, and I can't wait to see if they make the series costume, because I also like that costume. But anyway, this figure is phenomenal. If you can find him, pick him up. You will not be disappointed. This is King Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel for more toy reviews. And I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.